long story short, at some point in the trip, he told me, "Hey, Dad, I want to be a professional paddle player."
And we are all things paddle.
Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Padel Smash Academy. We're here at the PanAmerican Games in Brazil. Here, my dear friend Rudy Kahlil.
From Brazil.
From Brazil.
American
Brazilian club owner, excellent paddle player, outstanding person, amazing son, paddle player. So, welcome to the games. Tell me your experience here.
Oh, it's been great to be here. Obviously, it's my country, so it's always great to be back in Brazil. Unfortunately, on the performance side, I think I was behind my expectations. I think we had I think good moments, but the bad moments I think made the difference. So we couldn't close the matches, and unfortunately we are out. So I was expecting to play the number one team in the competition, the guys who won last year from Argentina. We were very close to get there, but it didn't work. So this is one of the things that we learn in sports. Sometimes we win, sometimes we learn. So I'm in my learning process, this competition.
So Rudy, how's the club doing in Chicago?
Yeah, it's doing great. We continue to develop the paddle community. I think the summer was slow by design. People want to be outside in Chicago, and most of our courts are indoors. But now with the weather getting colder, we are seeing a lot of traction. Lots of players coming, lots of new players coming and coming back. So
that's great.
This is definitely a beautiful thing. You know, it's a sport that people come, try, and love it. So yeah, we have all the right signs, and you know, we feel very excited about what is ahead of us.
Where do you see the growth in the Midwest of paddle? I mean, are there more clubs coming? What is it?
There is a club about to open in St. Louis. I think there is people trying to open clubs in other places in the Midwest. I talked to people from Minneapolis. I talked to people from Ohio. So there is a lot of people investigating. In Chicagoland, right where we are, I think there are clubs considering installing courts, tennis clubs or country clubs, which is a very positive sign as well. And we are also thinking about expanding operations. So there is a lot of interest, especially from the investor community, to build more clubs in Chicago. So we are investigating or evaluating all these opportunities.
What do you think as a club owner is your biggest challenge?
Oh, that's a loaded question, right? There are multiple challenges. I think as any business right now, I think labor is a challenge. But I think especially if you're developing a sport for the first time, like we are doing in Chicago at Padel Clube, you have to be patient, right? So it's an investment, right? You have to be able to run or to have costs higher, or you know, your revenue is lower than cost for some time. But as I said before, right, this is a passion project, and I'm happy to continue to invest. I truly believe this is going to be a big thing down the road. So just need to be patient and continue to do the things we have been doing, right? Developing the community is by far the most important thing.
Yeah, and creating the community to start playing paddle. Going back to this, you know, PanAmerican tournament, I know you played the World Cup, what was it, last year in Las Vegas?
Correct.
From the level point of view, you think which one was higher, more challenging?
Oh no, definitely the World Championships in Vegas, much higher level. Many former professional players. I think even from our team, right, we get some players not coming here that would go to the World Seniors. So yeah, level here it's still very good, right? As I said, I lost.
Yeah.
I lost my matches, but I think the level there higher. But I think the format they have there, I think it's also more interesting because you play not only by nations, but you also have the open draw, so you can be paired with different players every time for nations, and for the open draw you play with a fixed partner. I think here the format.
You just got to stick with one partner.
Yeah, I don't love it. You don't have open play. You know, a lot of people didn't know the partner well in advance. I think lots of opportunities to do a better job preparing for the competition, and also pairing up the players.
Where do you see paddle in the U.S. going from here?
Well, I think expectation is very high. We are seeing clubs popping up here and there, and it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
As I shared my experience, right? So we need more passionate people to invest. We need tennis clubs or other racket sports clubs to invest. We need more courts, right? And the process is not simple, right? The permit process, it's complex because very few villages understand and know the sport, and all the specs normally doesn't come with the US standards. So a lot of work required to translate all the specs from the courts and the structure into the US standards.
Did you have the same? I know in Miami, in Florida, there's a huge challenges to opening a club and all that. Do you have the same challenges in Chicago and all these places?
Oh yeah. I spent a lot of energy. It took me 2 years from the moment I decided to open a club to be able to really open. Just to give you an example, when you send the permit, you have to send the details about the floor plan for the entire facility. I think my entire package were probably 150 pages, but the court alone was probably 120.
Why is that?
Because of tempered glass in the US normally has a special signage or etching. The courts don't come with the etching, so you need a special paper report, and the paper report doesn't come with the US standard, so you have to translate it. The structure comes from a different country, so same story. You have to translate into the US metrics, and it goes. The turf, you have to show, especially for an indoor facility, you have to show what happens if it gets in contact with fire, what type of smoke is created, and the turf comes from Italy, and the reports are in Italian, so you have to chase all of that. So a lot of chasing, but as I said, it's a labor of love, passion project. So.
Yeah, that's excellent. So, what other challenges do you see in the paddle business?
Well, I think Miami, it's very well developed. I would say Houston, very well developed. Not that challenging. I think the challenging is to find real estate and go to the permit process. For cities or for club owners that are starting in a city for the first time, even if you have a big racket sports community, you're going to be introducing a new game, so you have to develop the community.
Yeah.
So the major challenge is, first, develop the community, and second, is to be patient, because the investment is going to take time to return.
One of the issues that we see here in the United States is also coaching. Because the coaches are a very important part of the puzzle. Do you find that difficult in Chicago, finding quality coaches to introduce people into paddle?
Well, I think it's a very good point. I think there are a lot of people getting certified, but that doesn't mean that they understand the game,
Correct.
right? They are getting the stamp into the CV, but not necessarily know how to play the game. The other side point of view is everybody wants to come to the US, right? So there are a lot of coaches from outside, Argentina, Spain, everywhere in South America, many places in Europe, that approach us willing to come and work for us. I in particular, I was lucky enough to find an Argentinian coach who's married to an American lady.
Perfect. Who play paddle?
Yes, he's a head pro. They own a club in Argentina, and they decided now to have the US life. So
beautiful.
So they're coming to help me manage the club, and also teach people. So he's very good level player. He plays second division in Argentina, so really high level. And she's American, so it was easy for them to get the visa. I had to wait some time, but I was lucky.
Does he speak English? That's very important.
She obviously speaks English. He is so, but she helps. And when you are at the court, you can you figure it out. Yes, exactly.
That's beautiful, man.
But this is one of the challenges, especially as you increase the level, right? Miami, a lot of people play, so you get more higher level players. For us, the majority of the people are starting to play the game. So in the beginning, it's not too challenging because people don't know what they don't know, and someone with basic knowledge can help them. But as the level increases, you need more professional, prepared coaches, and that's the reason I'm bringing this couple, Argentinian and American.
So let's talk about your amazing, multi-talented son, Alejo, who played at the Junior PanAmerican Games.
World Championships.
World Champions,
juniors.
yes.
World Juniors, yes.
I was watching those videos on YouTube, man. He's 12 right now?
Yeah, 12.
And he was playing on the 14s.
Exactly.
He was like this big, and you guys were like this tall. So tell me, how was that?
Yeah, it was a phenomenal experience, like father and son. We spent 10 days in Asunción. Long story short, I'll go into more details, but long story short, at some point in the trip, he told me, "Hey, Dad, I want to be a professional padel player." So, the experience is very, very, very different for kids, right? So imagine for him as a 12-year-old having the opportunity to play with the best players in the world. Yeah. And not only that, but he played an age group up, and 12-year-olds versus 14-year-olds, the difference is high. It's big. So there were kids that were higher than me playing against him, and he held his own. He had an amazing tournament, and also, right, the fact that after your matches you always have the chance to find open courts and play for fun. So I would say in average he would spend 6 hours a day at the court, and most of the time was playing with kids from Argentina, from Chile, from Paraguay, from Brazil. And the dynamic they'll play is normally you have 20 kids waiting to play in a court, and therefore playing, the person who misses gets out, so you never want to miss. So it's a very good practice, mental and also technically, because you want to keep the ball in play so you're not out. So it was a phenomenal experience. I think he played 5 matches. Unfortunately, he lost them all, but never a single match embarrassing. As I said, he held his own. A lot of people approached me and asked about him because they were, surprised by his level but confused with his age. So the beauty of this, right? He's gonna play the same age group 2 years from now. So I really expect him to compete at high level 2 years from now and be able to move further in the draw.
Alejo, I've seen you play. You have a bright future, my buddy, right there. Keep it up with paddle. Good, awesome, man. I'm so happy. So let's go into the golden point question. Quick question, fast answer. What do you prefer to play, right or left?
Right.
Favorite partner?
Say that again?
Favorite partner that you love to play with?
Fernando Alarcón.
Upa. Favorite racket?
Wilson Bella Cupra.
Cupra. Good. Your best shot?
Salida de pared.
Upa, like it. Your worst shot that you need to improve?
I think I have to improve my, the ball that I clear. I think I still making bad decisions on where to go for the big overhead to clear the ball out of the court. So the
mental part, that's a challenge.
Yeah, I think, yes, fair.
For us, I think the mental part
as a joke, Alejo tells me I have anger issues. So yeah, probably you're absolutely right. I think I understand all the shots. I understand the wall. I think
the shot making decision is the most difficult part.
No, I think shot making is not bad. I think when I have a chance to clear, sometimes I get too excited. But again, I don't think that is the major issue. I think the major issue is control my frustration.
Good. Your goals for 2024 in paddle?
Oh, I'm gonna be top 10 in the country for sure. Open. Not
oh my God, big challenge. I mean, who's gonna be your partner?
I don't know yet, but he's gonna be top 10 as well.
I like it. So I want to say thank you, Rudy, my dear friend. Happy to see you here again, and let's go USA, guys.
Yeah, well thank you, Julian. What you're doing for the sport is amazing. I think we need more and more of that. So really appreciate what you're doing, helping us get more visibility, and thank you.
And we need people like you with love the sport, put money into the sport with clubs and all that, and let's keep going forward.
Thank you very much. Let's
My
go.
friend, let's go.
Guys, if you haven't already, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications.
And remember, it's free 99. It doesn't cost you anything to hit that subscribe button.
Thanks for tuning in to Padel Smash Academy. We hope you'll find our videos informative, helpful in improving your game and learning all things paddle.
So until next time, keep improving your game. And remember, learn, play, and share.